Good morning, good life. Welcome back to AmyTV, where we come together to help you go after the life that you want. With all the noise of emails, texts, social media, and everything in between, it's pretty challenging these days to get someone's attention. Today I want to talk about a few ideas that I have that will help you in this landscape to get the attention of somebody important so that they can potentially help you go after the life you want. No matter what it is that you do to thrive in life, sometimes, a lot of the time, it requires getting a little bit of attention. Whether it's attention from one person or attention from many people. Even though one could argue that this day and age, we're actually paying more attention to a lot of things, and it could be more likely that you can grab someone's attention. It's also a very distracting world, and you can get easily lost in what's out there. The bar to stand out is super high. That being said, I have had a couple of experiences in getting the attention of people that I hope will see me so I could potentially meet them, pick their brain, talk to them about something cool that they did. And so I thought I would share what my ideas around that are with you today. Before we can dig into that discussion, you know what time it is. I have to give a little bit of Twitter gratitude, and today I'm going to shine a light on Sol Costa. Sol, thank you so much for your time and attention on these videos. I acknowledge you, and especially that retweet. I was like, oh yes, thank you. That means the world to me. It tells me that you like what's going on here and you're sharing it with your community, so I appreciate you for that. If you would potentially like to be featured here on Twitter Gratitude, all you gotta do is follow me on Twitter and retweet my latest video when it comes out. All right, it's time to get the attention of somebody very important. So first things first, you've probably sent an email to somebody before and it didn't go so well. Insert crickets chirping here. The thing is, we go into emails with the wrong idea. We feel like we have to over-explain ourselves, and this equates to a lot of copy. And let me let you in on a little secret. Mo copy, mo problems. I feel like that could be a great song. For this, I'm gonna recommend that you try a tool called Snagit to change up the way you do things in email. Thank you so much to Snagit for sponsoring this episode of AmyTV, because it has completely changed the game for me standing out in an email to somebody that I really wanna get on their radar. Some of you may have actually seen this exact strategy that I've been doing if you are a part of my Shine Squad. Just to give you a little bit of a look of how I do these things, I'm going to show you my computer. Snagit is an awesome software tool that allows you to get more done with visuals. Whether you want to give really clear feedback on something or provide a tutorial or instructions, or maybe you just want to personally message someone. Particularly with Shine Squad, I have been messaging everyone that joins the group with a personal video. Hey Meg, welcome to Shine Squad. I saw the note that you just joined and I am so pumped about it. Thank you so much. Just wanted to send my personal appreciation and I look forward to seeing you in the squad. So when I get the email that they joined, I pop on my webcam, I talk, and I'm able to use the Snagit technology to flip between my webcam and the actual computer screen, which displays their name. This is something that I do because I want them to know that I didn't mass create these videos. I really did make it just for them, and so I'm showing them something custom as a part of it. It's really easy to make a video and be like, hello, thank you so much for watching, and then send it to a bunch of people. You could do that with any camera, but Snagit makes it fast and simple for you to do this on a custom basis, and it is so clutch for getting attention in email. This is something that I do to just pleasantly surprise the new members of Shine Squad. But when I'm actually going to reach out to somebody and hoping that they'll take me a little bit more seriously than some Joe off the street just sending an email with their entire resume and qualifications in order for you to answer their question, I want to go into it and say, hi, I know who you are, this is my face, this is my name, and I'm going to keep this really short because I know you don't like to read lots of extra emails for no reason, and I'm coming out of nowhere and I have something of value to bring to the table, and I wanted to make sure you saw it. I feel like that technology, just having that at your disposal, sitting there on the computer, makes it so much more accessible, more easy for you to wrap your mind around, I'm gonna try to get on someone's radar today, and I'm going to do my homework on it and send them a personal message in turn. One of my favorite things about this is that I don't have to manually send a video to anyone. It's so fast and easy to back the videos up to the web, to any of your preferred platforms. You can use YouTube or Dropbox or Screencast, and then you're just putting that link in an email. So just imagine this, you get an email from somebody you don't know. there's literally 1 or 2 sentences and then a link to a personal video message. Doesn't that sound so much more exciting than getting somebody's novella in an email and saying, I have to assess now whether or not this is important enough for me to read? So keeping your email short, recording a personal video message custom for somebody, and putting a face to your name so it's not just another person on the internet is a great way to stand out and get on someone's radar. I know you're gonna love this tool and all the opportunities it offers you. That's just one of the many features of this amazing software. So if you would like to get 10% off, sign up for Snagit with the link in my description and use the code AmyTV. Thanks again to Snagit for sponsoring this episode. My second tip is to focus on the person that you want to reach. We often go into ideas or campaigns or outreach strategies with our own goals in mind, and those are important to know, but they are not the only thing. And they're certainly not going to be important enough to somebody when you're reaching out to them out of nowhere. So when you are actually reaching out to someone, it may seem like it takes a lot of time, but that is because you're getting to know somebody and it should take a little bit of time. So focus on that individual and what's important to them. When you start reframing the way you talk about what you'd like to do or what you'd like to offer or what you'd like to find out more about, find a way that actually makes sense for them and what they care about. How does this align? The internet is full of information about people. There may be a few people that you care about that you can't find out very many details about them. And there's probably other ways you can find out details instead. Do your homework. But the likelihood you can find out a good amount of information and what this person is focused on and what they care about is very high. So how can you use that to show that you're in alignment with what they care about? My third tip is to become an online resource. Maybe you want to get on the radar of somebody important, or maybe it's a bunch of people who are important and those people are going to lift you up. We've talked about video in the sense that you can send personalized video, but you can also send a personalized video in a way that helps a lot of people. I like to think that that's what this YouTube channel is, or maybe you want to start a blog, or maybe it's just an Instagram account. When you go into it with how can I help people, this is going to be the greatest resource center you could ever create. And then those few times that maybe you're connecting with somebody one-on-one, whether you did something to stand out in an email to them or you're just meeting them off the street, they can do their research on you and see what you have to offer the world. And this oftentimes is so much more useful than trying to explain yourself to somebody for the first time. I know that usually when I follow up with someone and meet them for a second time, they have looked me up and seen a couple of things that I talk about, seen what I care about, seen what my mission is, and then they're more excited to go, oh my gosh, I get you now. And so I think having that resource center, having that place where you distribute content is a great way to set the stage for who you truly are and quickly escalate why somebody should care. You don't have to have a huge audience to display that you offer value. Shameless plug, you should check out my book, Vlog Like a Boss, if you want to learn more about creating videos and being a resource, but you know. You knew that already. Next, I have to go deeper into this. Research. Google is your friend. So let's take the example that maybe you're going to be going to an event. Check out the guest list. It's actually not that hard to get a hold of a lot of the time. Maybe there are a couple of speakers that you would love to meet, or maybe you see some people who have RSVP'd to the Facebook event that you would want to meet. Can you do some preliminary research before you go? Another fun one is if you're going to some sort of more intimate networking event, like a dinner party, can you find out who else is going to be there, somebody you don't know, and maybe find out a couple things before then, so that when you introduce yourself, it's less awkward and you seem more interesting because you might know a couple of things about them. Coming in prepared isn't always creepy if you know how to say it. Another great idea in this particular instance, and this can also happen online, but I really like it in person, is when you have done that homework and you're going to an event and you know somebody who knows somebody, talking to them and saying, hey, I don't know if you're going to get an opportunity, but I've looked into this person, I find them fascinating, and I would love a personal introduction to them if you can make the time. And then usually people are like, yeah, sure, whatever, dude. Like, sure, let's do it. Just remind me. And then that's it. That's on you. Remind them when you get to the event, and then you just might have that connection a lot faster than you would have if there were some other people kind of around. Competition, we'll call them. And when it comes to just researching on the internet, getting on someone's radar just from your Twitter account or whatever the case may be, use Google to your advantage. You can follow somebody on social and you can reply to their tweets, which is a good idea because that's what it's there for. But if a lot of people are already doing that, how can you go the extra mile? One tip that is a very good idea is to go to Google and look for somebody in particular and type their name and just see what shows up. Or maybe even type in interview and see if they've ever done something where they've talked about something they're passionate about. Could you find an interesting quote that they said that might be retweetable on your own account? Something that came out of nowhere, something they didn't publish themselves. Better yet, make it into a graphic so it's visually compelling. Or can you turn it into a potential idea for a blog post and then tag them and let them know, hey, I talked about you in this, you inspired me to do this. Going that extra mile, finding what people stand for, and then finding ways to align yourself in your resource center, and then reaching out to somebody and saying, hey, I just want you to know that this was inspired by you. Those are extra steps a lot of people don't take. And those few times that they do happen are really spectacular at the beginning. It's a great way to start the relationship. Another tip I have is to just focus on what's important at that moment to them. If you are paying attention to anyone on social media and they are important and they are promoting something, odds are that thing is very important to them at that time. A lot of people know my story of how I got on the radar of Gary Vaynerchuk, but I'll tell it very quickly. I was so impressed with him. I was so excited to get the book. I read the book. The book was so impressive to me that I was like, I have to do a video review on this, but I really want him to know I appreciate it. Like, I genuinely, this isn't about a viral video. This isn't about anything else. I just want him to know how much this resonated with me because I loved it so much. So I was like, well, I could review it like everybody else, but I don't know if that's going to stand out because a lot of people know who this guy is and they are all reviewing his book right now because everybody wants to let him know that it was great. So I decided to sing and dance about it. I did a musical book review and that just went crazy. When he saw it, he retweeted it, he posted it on Facebook, he was so excited about it. And these days, that probably wouldn't be as special as it was in 2013, but it's what I had to do in that moment. So what's important to them right now? How can I lean into that? And then how can I be special based on what nobody's doing at this moment? Do that. Try to do that. Even if it's like, oh God, still it's been done. How can you tweak it and make it a little bit more special? And then my next tip is, and very important part of that process is expect nothing. Zero expectations. If you want to meet with somebody or if you want to offer value to somebody, if you want somebody to know who you are and you expect too much of them, like they owe you time because you care about them, or they owe you time because you wrote a blog post about them, or you are owed time because you made a video book review, you are not owed that time. I'm sorry. Also, it is so much more fun connecting with people who don't have expectations of me right off the bat. I know that's just my genuine opinion because I just want to get to know people and I don't want to feel like I'm the bad guy at the beginning of our relationship if I'm not quite ready for what you've got planned yet and we have to learn about each other first. So always go into something by giving and giving and giving with zero expectations, and you're going to leave the biggest impact making the biggest first impression that somebody might actually allow you to come into their radar. And my final tip is to just stay in touch. Stay in touch and be consistent. A lot of time people just give up after the first attempt and they're like, oh gosh, I really thought that he would have loved that, blah, 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 but no response, so I guess that's it. Sometimes it's really just that there's a lot of noise and they didn't see it. But also, there's other ways to express your appreciation. There's other ways that you can try to reach out. And if you don't continue to try, it's just never going to happen. I don't think I just got lucky on getting on anyone's radar. I let someone know. I make sure they know. Shout out to Gretchen Rubin, who's probably freaked out by me at this point. I'll make sure they know that what they've done has changed my life. I don't expect anything else in return, but if I have a great idea, I'm going to offer it up and see if they like it. But I'm going to do a lot to give with zero expectation before that. It's on me to follow up in case an opportunity shows up down the road. It may not be right away. Those are my tips for how I think you can get noticed by somebody important. Here's a little tweetable about what we learned. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Peter F. Drucker. I'm fairly certain I've used that one before, but it's just so good. Now I want to hear from you. If you could get the attention of anyone in the world, who would it be and why? Leave that in the comments below. And thanks again to our sponsor of this episode of AmyTV, and that is Snagit. To get your 10% off the product, check out the description and use my link with the code AmyTV. That's all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. Make sure you subscribe for good vibes. Kiss the ones you love. and go after the life you want. Cheers.